Hey everyone, welcome to Star Wars Holocron. Today we're going to be talking about Order 66, also known as Protocol 66, which was a secret protocol that when enabled would issue an execution order to all the clones to execute the Jedi for treason against the Republic. The clones would follow this order without hesitation due to a behavioral modification biochip implanted in them from the Kaminoan scientists who initially thought this chip was intended to be used against rogue Jedi. This order identified all Jedi members as traitors and were to be eliminated by the Grand Army of the Republic. This order was almost impossible for the clones to disobey, and they turned against their Jedi generals once issued. This order was one of the means the Sith would use to bring about the fall of the long-standing Order of the Jedi. Leading up to the order, the Jedi were concerned about the Chancellor's motives and were getting ready to confront him about relinquishing his power, when Anakin tells Mace the Chancellor Palpatine was the Sith Lord Sidious. Mace, Master Tin, Master Cola, and Master Fisto all confronted Sidious in attempts to arrest Palpatine upon discovering his true identity. When Sidious killed all the Jedi Masters besides Mace Windu, it was up to Mace Windu to bring the Sith Lord down. When Mace was ready to take his final strike against Palpatine to end everything, Anakin, who showed up moments earlier, pleaded with Mace to not kill the Chancellor. When Mace refused, he took a swing at the Chancellor, and Anakin took the opportunity to cut off Mace's hand, leaving him defenseless. Palpatine then used Force Lightning on Mace Windu, throwing him out the window, falling to his death. At this point, Darth Vader is born and is issued his first command. This passage is from the novel. Palpatine tells Anakin, "The Jedi are relentless. If they are not destroyed to the last being, there will be a civil war without an end. To sterilize the Jedi Temple will be your first task. Do what must be done, Lord Vader. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy. Leave no living creature behind." Anakin then asked about the other remaining Jedi, where Sidious responded, "Leave it to me." After Mace's and the other three Masters failed attempts on Palpatine's life, Palpatine capitalized on this opportunity to present the Jedis as traitors and frame the Jedi Order for treason, issuing Order 66, directing the clone army to turn on their commanding officers. When Order 66 was issued, clones around the galaxy turned on their Jedi generals and executed them per command. Anakin led the 501st Legion of Clones to the Jedi Temple. Anakin was met with the Gate Master, who asked Anakin what was going on, that something had happened, something horrible. How bad was it? The next two passages are taken from the book Revenge of the Sith. The last thing Jirok, I hope I pronounced that right, felt was the emitter of a lightsaber against the soft flesh beneath his jaw. The last thing he heard, as blue plasma chewed upward through his head and burst from the top of his skull and burned away his life, was Anakin Skywalker's melancholy reply, "You have no idea." Thousands of Jedi spread across the galaxy were totally unprepared for the onslaught. With the Jedi Order overextended, spread across the galaxy, each Jedi is alone, surrounded only by whatever clone troops he, she, or it commands. War itself pours darkness into the Force, deepening the cloud that limits the Jedi's perception. And the clones have no malice, hatred, not the slightest ill intent that might give warning. They are only following orders, in this case Order 66. The Jedi were unable to sense the oncoming betrayal of the clones. The raiding on the Jedi Temple, also known as Operation Knightfall, was a complete massacre. Most of the Jedi in the temple were executed, and within minutes of the Order's inception, much of the Jedi Order was wiped out. During the fighting, Anakin altered a beacon that alerted Jedi who had not fallen to come back to the Jedi Temple and that the war was over. A garrison of clone troopers were left behind to kill any Jedi that came back. All Jedi who followed through with the orders of the beacon were shot on sight and were killed. This is a passage from the book. What is happening right now is why the Clone Wars were fought in the first place. It is their reason for existence. The Clone Wars have always been, in and of themselves, from the very inception, the revenge of the Sith. The Clone Wars were the perfect Jedi trap. By fighting at all, the Jedi had lost. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Thanks for watching.